How you doing, guys? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Tonight we're going to be going another Southern Tier. We just reviewed their Goat Boy, which was an Imperial Weizenbach the other day. Really like that. And today we're going to be going Pumking from Southern Tier. Just got released. Not a huge pumpkin beer guy, but just got released and people like this, so I figured, I'll just walk through the supermarket, saw it, picked it up, and figured why not give it a review. As I said in my previous reviews, not too well versed with what Southern Tier does. Beer-wise, I've had some of the lower end stuff, nothing has blow my doors off, except for the Goat Boy. It was really, really nice, so I am a little bit encouraged to see how this tastes. Imperial Pumpkin Ale brewed with pumpkins from Southern Tier Brewing Company. We're reading the label here. Brewed with pumpkins, natural flavors, 2 varieties hops, 2 types of malts. 8.6%. That's not too shabby. It says here, Pumking is an ode to Puka, the mythical Celtic horse beast said to entice careless travelers onto its back and take them on a terrifying night ride through the forest. It is a journey from which you will return forever changed. Pour pumpkin into a goblet and allow its spiced aromas and deep copper color to entrance you. Taste the beer and you are bewitched, powerless to resist the pumpkin. This beer is brewed with a pagan spirit, but should be enjoyed responsibly. Little side notes on Southern Tier stuff is a little bit cheesy, but I'm sure some people dig that. It's funny because they say you pour it into a goblet and on the side it kind of has more like a little chalice kind of thing, but not goblet, chalice, non-goblet style glass, but whatever, that's semantics. Store upright in a cool place, yada yada yada. Labeling, again, it's that faux screen printing, not too shabby, a little bit too, I don't want to say audacious, but just a little bit too graphic for my taste, but I dig it. I like Southern Tier's little logo here. I've never brewed beer before. Today I went to my friend Joe Cowley's house, NEP Beer Reviews. If you're into beer reviews, check him out. Went over to his house. He was brewing some beers today. Figured to give me a little bit of a rundown of how it works, and told me and showed me the tools that they use for their cap. And on their label here is actually the brewer's tools. So it's nice to know little stuff like that. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Gold. That's what I expected, from a pumpkin ale. I've had pumpkin ales before. I'm sure I've had this before. I just don't remember it. Probably doesn't bode all too well for the beer itself since it didn't leave an impression, but we're going to review it otherwise. So yeah, clear. No, doesn't look like it has any kind of density to it at all. Pretty clear ale. A little bit of carbonation, nothing too crazy. Probably about 2 fingers once I poured it headwise. White, no color to it whatsoever. Decent retention, not really going down all that well. As far as nose, definitely smell pumpkin on it. A lot of flavored beers, or should I say, flavored beers, like banana beers and pumpkin beers, or whatever you want to call it, blueberry beer. For me, they usually smell like what they're supposed to be, but they rarely taste like what they're supposed to be, and that's what I'm looking for. I mean, everybody loves a good nose, but it's nice to taste what you smell also. So you definitely have pumpkin. That what you'd expect: gingerbread, that spiciness, clove, things like that. That would typically come with your fall October style beers. Even though this is July and it's just been released, I don't know why they're releasing it in July. It's kind of weird. I went on a brewery tour down Weyerbacher earlier this year. They explained the whole pumpkin beer process, because their pumpkin beer is actually one that I'm quite fond of, and it's nightmarish. So I'm not sure if it's harvesting where they get the pumpkins at a certain time or whatnot. But anyway, to release pumpkin beer in July is kind of bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, pumpkin, ton of gingerbread, cinnamon, that spiciness, the clove in the nose. Let's see how she tastes. Not a ton of pumpkin. It's not a bad beer. Definitely has a decent mouthfeel. From looking at it, I expect it to be quite thin. But it actually has some nice creaminess to it. Some hops there, nothing too overpowering, but you can taste it. Zero booze. There's zero heat to it whatsoever. That gingerbread is there. A lot of gingerbread, cinnamon, spiciness that you'd expect from like a spiced bread or a cake. Not a ton of pumpkin though. A lot more in the nose than there actually is in the taste. I definitely wouldn't call it bad beer by any stretch of the imagination. But it's good. I like it. I'm not going to run out and buy a ton of it, but definitely an enjoyable beer, especially for, theme-wise. You know, you're going to do the whole pumpkin beer thing. It does remind me of fall, which I guess would be or even Halloween more so, which I guess would be the whole point of the beer. So it's doing a good job of that. That spiciness, that gingerbreadiness is a little bit overpowering, so it's not super well balanced. It's a little bit more. It's definitely not a little bit. It's definitely swayed towards that end. So it's not super well balanced, but all in all, it's not a bad beer. Rating wise, I'd probably give it an 80. You know, definitely 80 is not a bad score at all. Very respectable. You know, it's a good beer. Something that's definitely drinkable. Something I would pick it up to bring to like a Halloween party or some kind of fall festival thing for other people to drink. And I'd have some too. So I'd give it an 80 on a scale of ales or even pumpkin ales, if you want to define it as narrow as that. Availability, it's 10. I see it everywhere. I mean, we see it everywhere. So, I mean, typically in my area, northeastern Pennsylvania, you shouldn't have any issue picking up whatsoever. Value-wise, I believe, I forget. I think I paid $7. That's not bad. You know what I mean? For based off of quality, I would give it maybe like a 7 on a value scale. $7 on a value scale. $7 is a decent price for a beer, but it doesn't blow my doors off, so I can't give it a great value scale. So I give it a 7. So 80 on the overall score, 10 on availability, and 7 on value. So yeah. Southern Tier Imperial Pumking, ale brewed with pumpkins. Not too shabby if you're big into pumpkin beers and you like spicy style beer. Definitely might want to give it a whirl, especially at its price point. So yeah, it's another review in the books. Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, gripes, whatever, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Like, share, all that fun stuff. And if you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Massive Beers. So yeah, track us down, say hello, and hopefully enjoyed the review, and hopefully we see you next time. Cheers.